hopefully I don't look too much of a mess with my seatbelt on before y'all say something to me about my seatbelt. Okay. Alright. I don't know why this camera is blurry. Maybe it's just because it's on the tripod or whatever you call this thing. Okay, so I'm back in the car to have another conversation with y'all or whoever needs to see these videos about teen pregnancy and just bringing awareness to teen pregnancy. Probably just trying to, I guess, give what the future, well, I don't even want to say the future, give what it looks like down the road. Now, that's the best I can tell you. 24 years later, after having my first child at 15 years old, I just kind of want young women and men to have some insight so that you don't have to necessarily look at things in hindsight. You're able to see what real life looks like after teenage pregnancy. There's so much glorifying going on about teenage pregnancy that it is sickening. I hate seeing TikTok videos with young women glorifying teenage pregnancy. I do. And man, it's so not even just to be a bias or me, well, I am biased, but to not just be a hater. I don't know how, but it's just, I hate seeing it. So I started making these videos. I'm gonna try to make this one short today, but I got a comment on one of my videos, and basically don't try to go find it because you're not gonna find it, but I got a comment on one of these videos with someone saying, I'm glad I had my kids at a young age and got it out of the way, and now and listen, that is great. I don't know if y'all can hear this air, but that is great. I am so not trying to make these videos to be like, I'm not trying to attack anybody. Who am I to do that? I am not trying to take away how can I, like, the beauty in motherhood. Man, I am not trying to take away none of that. I love all three of my children. I love my oldest. Like, when I talk about teen pregnancy, having my kid at 15, it is not to discredit anything from having my kid, from the presence of my son. I say it like that, because if you know me, you know I would do anything for my children, all three of them, my oldest included. Like, and I probably wouldn't even be the same had I not had him, but that's just inevitable. That goes without saying. So, okay, sorry. That goes without saying. But that's not what these videos are about. It's the stuff that affects me mentally that I cannot go back and change. It's the stuff that I would not have been able to see because nobody could tell me, especially if you didn't go through it. It's those topics and concerns, or just awareness. It's just awareness that I'm trying to spread, and it's not to discredit anybody from motherhood. So those type of comments I discourage, and they actually discouraged me from continuing to make another video. But I had to get to the point, actually someone told me that I did not look stupid or idiotic for making these videos, and I wasn't offending anybody or doing anybody any disjustice or disservice. I'm sorry, any disservice, not disjustice, that's the wrong word. But and it would happen to be a high school student who's really close to me, and some of her peers are pregnant, and you know, and she was just like, no, people or kids need to see this. And she actually told me she was going to show this video, show one of my videos to her classmate that was pregnant. So that gave me a little bit more hope to continue making these videos. So today's topic is, which if you clicked on it, you've already seen the topic, but today's topic is the pressure that I put on my son. Okay, I just want to talk about the pressure I put on my son and where it came from. And so that pressure was to be perfect. Was to be perfect. And now I realize that in hindsight, and I don't even think maybe I did have this conversation with my son before, but because I had him at such a young age, I really got to a point where it was like, you know what, I can take care of my son, and I can show the world, I can prove to the world and his dad, who was absent, which we haven't even gotten to that yet, but his dad, who was absent from his life, that I didn't need him. I don't need you. That I didn't need anybody aside from the help that I had, you know, it's like with my parents. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I didn't need anybody as far as the people who doubted that it could be done. You don't need. I just knew that I was gonna push him. And you know, but what I didn't realize is what I want for him is not what he want for what I would want for him would not be what he would want for himself. And that's not to say that he didn't do anything. In my mind, he's a glorified doctor. You're the president of the world. And that's stupid. But you get what I'm saying. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And never considered what he wanted, because it was all about you have to be the cookie cutter perfection person that I want you to be, so I can prove to the world that I could raise. You're not going to be a statistic. Okay, that I'm not going to be a statistic. And now I'm like, that probably, I guess that should be the motivation for doing the best by your kid that you can, but it doesn't necessarily feel like it was right. I feel like it was a agenda behind raising my son. Okay, and it's just a personal feeling. I also want to throw out there that I'm sharing with y'all what some of the struggles that I've gone through, what I've dealt with. It's not necessarily everybody's story. Everybody's story is not going to be the same. However, if somewhere down the line you get to that point where you like some of the decisions that you're making is not based on the right motivation, then you've heard it from me. That you're not the only person that's going to go through that, or has gone through that, or is going through that, or whatever. The motivation behind some of the choices I made with my son, maybe not necessarily listening to him when he was trying to tell me certain stuff that he wanted to do in life, and when he was trying to tell me certain stuff that he, you know, how his seeing the world from his eyes, I never opened my mind to that because I only saw it from my own perspective. Maybe that makes more sense. I only saw it from my own perspective, and my perspective was based on sculpting this cookie cutter perfect child with the motivation that I'm gonna show the world, you know, and to now it feels wrong, and it came from the fact that so many people ahead of me have been labeled as statistics. Sorry about this, son. I'm trying to move. So maybe that's better. It's the car behind me. But so many people ahead of me has been labeled as statistics, and their children have been labeled as statistics. And I did not want to be that. I did not want to be a statistic. I didn't want my child to be a statistic, and that was societal influence. And so that's something that came up. Like I said, this is a short video. I'm not gonna be on here forever, but I you know, as things come up that I recognize and realize, I do want to share it, because I know there's a lot of other moms out here, I'm sure, that have dealt with the same, and not even a single mom, or excuse me, a teen mom, just moms in general. But for me, it came from the stem, excuse me, the issue of teen mom, because I don't feel that with my other two children. And two, another thing, I guess I should say, when I make these videos, or when I'm comparing having a kid at 15, I'm usually comparing it to having a child at 20. I think I was 25 when I had my second child. I should do the math on that. But, and now still being with their dad, my last two children's dad, marrying him, and seeing the difference between, because I know that when I make decisions for my young kids, it's not at all, no fashion, shape, or form based on having to prove to the world anything. So that's how I know that some of the decisions that I made with my youngest son came from that basis. So if you're wondering at all, like where I'm getting anything from, it's the comparison of being a single mom at 15 to now being a more older, established woman, and I'm raising my kids. So I don't know if this is gonna help anybody. Like I said, I feel kind of stupid making these videos sometimes, but just know that that's an issue that you can avoid. I guess I should say that's something that you can avoid feeling if you'll just wait. If you'll just wait and meet somebody, and y'all have kids together, and you plan out how you're going to raise those kids together. You don't have to prove to the world. You already have a plan. You already know what you're going to do. You already know everything. You know, y'all don't have anything to prove to anybody, in which I guess you don't if you're a teen mom. But for me, it came up. That's all. It came up. But like always, I'm going to end this video with that's something for you guys to think about. Just something to think about. And you know, I advocate for you to wait. I push hard for you to wait. Because you can plan it out more. You can foresee things. You're more equipped mentally, physically, and emotionally. So wait. Wait. That's what I got for you. If y'all find these videos helpful, please leave me a comment. Just let me know that I should keep going, that it's helping somebody, so I don't feel so crazy. But I really do want to help. That's kind of what it's all about. Is I just want to be able to not influence, but kind of give you a insight to what kind of stuff could come up for you in the future. And if they help somebody, please share them. If you know a teenage mom, if anybody wants to not physically, you can't physically, but just wants to talk to me personally, you can leave me a comment in the description, and I will let you know how you can contact me. And if you just want to have a conversation, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a professional. I can share with you some of the things that I've gone through in my life, and maybe I can help you. I don't know. I'll definitely try. It's a non-biased person, not non-biased, somebody you don't know, that helps too. When you not sure how this is gonna go, it helped to talk to people. Maybe it might help to talk to somebody you don't know. But anyway, that's enough rambling. Share the video, like the video, comment on the video. You can comment anything. Just please don't be rude, because again, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, and I don't know everything. I'm just telling you my story. I have a lot of other topics I want to talk about. So that's all I got for you today. And if you a teen mom and you want to possibly start like a group with me, leave a comment and let me know how to contact you so that we can kind of start a community, because I really want to start a community, not just y'all listen to me babble and talk, but start a community and build a family. Okay, so let's do that, and let's see if we can help these young ladies make smarter decisions that will allow them the opportunity down the future to make the decision that they want and be proactive, less than reactive to motherhood, early motherhood, because being a mom is glorious. It really is. And I'm not going to take anything away from that, but possibly not living with the regret is, I think, worth a lot too. So anyway, that's all I got. Thank y'all for listening to me babble, and I will see y'all in my next video. Have a great day.